Barrister Aloy Ejimakor blasts Igbo governors for deceiving Biafrans over the meeting with Tinubu and the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel/television this very moment. Today's date is 3rd of April 2025, and I have wonderful information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from wherever you are all over the world. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people. Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, the special counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has openly criticized the Southeast governors, or you may call them Igbo Efulefus, Igbo political Efulefus, how they deceived Biafrans a couple of months ago that they are going to meet with Tinubu to discuss and persuade him to release Nnamdi Kanu from the DSS dungeon. Until today, they are unable to keep their words and their promises. Now, according to the word of Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, which was published by Sahara Reporters, their headline says, Southeast governors yet to meet with Tinubu over Nnamdi Kanu's release 8 months after promise. You see, that is the reason why from beginning, when they were busy making these promises, I came out and I told you, do not trust them. I saw their body language. I read the body language of Hope Uzodinma, who actually made that very, pronouncement, who read the communique after they had their meetings in Enugu State Lion Building. I told you that this is just a camouflage. Their target is to soften your heart and end sit at home, nothing else. Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, special counsel to the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, has questioned why the Southeast governors have yet to hold a meeting with President Bola Tinubu on the release of the IPOB leader, 8 months after promising to engage the president. Wonder shall never end. Southeast governors yet to meet with Tinubu over Nnamdi Kanu's release 8 months after promise. Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, special counsel to the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, has questioned why the Southeast governors have yet to hold a meeting with President Bola Tinubu on the release of the IPOB leader 8 months after promising to engage the president. Ejimakor, in a post on X, formerly Twitter, on Wednesday, expressed disappointment over the delay, asking the governors to explain why their promised commitment has not materialized. In July 2024, Southeast governors gathered together in Enugu and publicly promised to meet with President Bola Tinubu for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, Ejimakor stated, which is the truth. He added, Southeast governors need to tell the public why this meeting has not been held after 8 months. A promise is a debt. Now, it is not just after 8 months. We equally told every Biafran, lovers of freedom and the world at large, that this very meeting was just a charade. It was just a charade because the meeting itself contained absolutely nothing about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. The meeting was strictly to plan how to kidnap Simon Ekpa all the way from Finland and rendition him the same way they renditioned Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya back to the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. That was the plan, which many of you listening to me right now will remember when I was saying that when I got the information from an authentic source, I called the Prime Minister and told him, look at what they are planning, and he all equally told me that he's aware of it. The Prime Minister further announced on several occasions how they sent, suicide bomber to come and attack him in Finland. But one of them managed to enter Finland but was unable to carry out the dastardly acts that they planned with the Igbo governors and Fulani oligarchy in Abuja. Have you seen it? So let's continue first. We are going to analyze it properly. The Southeast governors, during their meeting in Enugu in 2024, acknowledged the growing agitation for Kanu's release and assured stakeholders that they would lobby the presidency to secure his freedom. The move was seen as an attempt to address rising tensions in the region, where IPOB's activities have been a major security concern. Kanu, who has been in the custody of the Department of State Services (DSS) since he was there's nothing like rearrest, since he was abducted or kidnapped, and there's nothing like extradition, and was extraordinarily renditioned to the zoo from Kenya in June 2021, faces charges related to terrorism and treasonable felony. Moreover, they have removed the treasonable felony. I don't know, the person writing from Sahara Reporters, I don't know, maybe you have been sleeping since 2 years now. You have been sleeping for the past 2 years. You just woke up today. Various court rulings, including a 2022 judgment by the Court of Appeal, discharged him, have completed the legal battle, yet he remains detained following the government's appeal. The failure of the governors to follow through on their promised commitment has fueled frustration among Kanu's supporters and political observers. Many believe that engaging Tinubu on the issue is critical to fostering peace in the Southeast, where insecurity linked to IPOB's agitation has led to frequent clashes between security forces and separatist elements. You are not being sincere here. There is, first of all, you are mentioning IPOB. We are all IPOB, including the so-called governors. I just want to let Sahara Reporters know that we are all IPOB, because the meaning of this IPOB is the indigenous people of Biafra. We are all indigenous people of Biafra, including the governors. Even though some of them were born by Fulani parents, but their mothers are from here. So we are all indigenous people of Biafra. Biafran blood runs through our vein. Now, when you say IPOB again, the group, those who claim to be the owners of IPOB, they are not here. They are nowhere to be found. I said they are nowhere to be found. They sold everything the moment Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and renditioned to the zoo. They sold everything. They sold every single thing, I'm telling you. So they are not here. So you better correct yourself that they have been engaging the Biafran army. You better use that word, the Biafran army, or you call it Biafra Defense Forces, or you can easily call it BLA, which is Biafra Liberation Army. It's not IPOB. IPOB is nowhere to be found again. Those at the helm of affairs of IPOB sold it out. They even confessed that they handed it over to the governors. It is in the media, it's in the public. So you better go and make your research. Make your research and get the facts right. Get your facts right. Zoo Media. Again, they said, Ejimakor's remarks have reignited calls for the governors to act on their promise, with critics questioning their political will or possible external pressures stalling their efforts. Are they not the ones that kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu? They are the ones that kidnapped him. They are the ones that made the whole series of meetings with different Ejiofor for this job to be done. So how do you think they will do those things? Manage to hand Nnamdi Kanu their own over to Fulani, and you still want them to come and persuade Tinubu to release him? Actually, if Nnamdi Kanu was to be released, not even now that Mazi Simon Ekpa is in the custody, you people, when Uche, that's why I keep on shouting for protest. This evening, I will be coming live. This evening as quick as possible for us to discuss. We are going to have question and answer this evening for the upcoming protest, which is going to be held in Helsinki, Finland on the 9th of May, 2025, next month. So I will be having question and answer this evening for all of us to come and discuss. Bring your questions so that we can be able to treat them, and other people who will be listening will also learn. Bring your question, we will be able to answer it. Now, the development also raises concerns about the relationship between the Southeast political leadership and the Nigerian government under President Tinubu. As tensions persist, analysts warn that prolonged inaction on Kanu's case could deepen discontent in the region, potentially affecting political alignment ahead of the 2027 elections. Whether the governors will finally push for a meeting with Tinubu remains uncertain, but pressure continues to mount. Osetigo. Effort to get reactions from the Southeast Governors Forum were unsuccessful at the time of filing this report. You see that? Can you see it? In July 2024, Southeast governors gathered together in Enugu and publicly promised to meet with President Tinubu for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Southeast governors need to tell the public why the meeting has not held after 8 months. A promise is a debt. After good 8 months, look at it, Barrister Aloy Ejimakor. After good 8 months, it remains only but 4 months now to make it 1 year that they came do Pasmaga. Father of Pasmaga and Iron Building, deceiving the people, how they're going to have meeting with Tinubu for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Till today, they have never done anything. Till today, they have not been able to meet even ordinary special assistant of Tinubu, talk less of meeting Tinubu himself. Have you seen it? Had he been then, we say, okay, fine, these people have come back to their senses. Let us now relax and allow them to do the job, and then we'll call up sit at home. If the Biafra government calls up sit at home, then Mazina is over for Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody will remember him again, especially now that the Prime Minister is not on site. Nobody will remember Nnamdi Kanu again. And that is what they have been fighting. They have been fighting for the past 4 years to end sit at home in order to end the story of Nnamdi Kanu. A chief way completely. My people everywhere. But we are here. Sit at home every Monday continues. There is nothing you can do to change it. It continues all over Biafra land until the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And it has to be unconditional for you to know. Thank you, my people. To salo numozia and make it go viral.